said, is the bread and butter of our white-collar work. And fraud presents itself in all different forms here in Manhattan. We have charged falsifying business records for those who violated federal bank secrecy laws. We have charged falsifying business records for those who were seeking to cover up sex crimes. And we have brought this charge for those who committed tax violations. At its core, this case today is one with allegations like so many of our white-collar cases.
Oh, yeah? So many?
Allegations that someone lied again and again to protect their interests and evade the laws to which we are all held accountable. As this office has done time and time again, we today uphold our solemn responsibility to ensure that everyone stands equal.
Big Boy's trying to get that handle.
No amount of money and no amount of power changes that enduring American principle. I'll now take questions.
So we're going to take a limit for all questions, one question per reporter. I will call on you. Limited time. Thank you. The first question will be Brent.
Thank you. Bridget Russell, CNN. Why now? I mean, some arguments.
Yeah, why now?
Political move, you're not going to be a political
I got you.
person.
Yeah, my bad for the bad, what's it called? My bad for the original bad recording. It just,
Season? Why now?
I couldn't find a good
We
link.
conducted a thorough and rigorous investigation, as we're known to do.
Here, I'll turn the volume on,
The
sorry.
District Attorney's Office. I've been doing this for 24 years and I'm no stranger to rigorous, complex investigations. I bring cases when they're ready. Having now conducted a rigorous, thorough investigation, the case was ready to be brought, and it was brought.
Mr. Bryant, the indictment says that there were 34 false business
This is so political.
records. And they were done to conceal another
Like, this is so
crime.
political, and it's not supposed to be political.
What those crimes were, we are assuming perhaps that they might be election related.
Steve, is that company that we did research on yesterday?
What laws were also relevant?
All right, so let me say as an initial matter that the indictment doesn't specify that because the law does not so require. In my remarks, I mentioned a couple of laws which I will highlight again now. The first is New York State election law, which makes it a crime to conspire to promote a candidacy by unlawful means. I further indicated a number of unlawful means, including more additional false statements, including statements that were planned to be made to tax authorities. I also noted the federal election law cap on contribution limits.
But why weren't there those crimes charged? Why wasn't he charged with those crimes?
Well, I'm not going to go into our deliberate process on
Get out of here,
The evidence
bro.
in the law is the basis for those decisions.
Steve, after this conference, I will.
You had some reservations about the case's readiness. Can you talk to us about what were some of the questions in your mind that needed to be answered in order to bring a case, of this magnitude?
I'm not going to go chapter and verse into any thinking. What I will say is, I believe the time period you're talking about, I've been in office for a couple of months. The investigation, in my view, was not concluded into the conduct in particular that is the basis for the charges today. Since that time, we've had more evidence made available to the office and opportunity to meet with additional witnesses. So, as I said earlier, I've been doing this for 24 years. I don't bring cases prior to a thorough and rigorous investigation. Now, having done
Unless
so,
I'm about to be fired.
The predecessor took a hard look at this case and decided not to charge it. Federal prosecutors took a hard look at this case and decided not to charge it. Do you believe you have new evidence that led you to decide to charge this, or why now?
Well, as I just mentioned, we have had available to the office additional evidence that was not in the office's possession prior to my time here. And as to your part of your question about the federal, we have a distinct and strong, I would say profound, independent interest in New York State. This is the business capital of the world. We regularly do cases involving false business statements.
AI currently moving? I bet it is.
The bedrock, in fact, the basis for
I bet it is, bro.
business integrity and a well-functioning business market.
AI is a monster, in my
true and
opinion.
accurate record keeping. That's the charge that's brought here.
A monster that we're never going to get back.
Business records.
instance mischaracterized for tax purposes the true nature of payments and programs of the scheme. You allege former President Trump was one of the participants who mischaracterized the payments for tax purposes.
I'm not going to go beyond the plain language statement of facts, which I think speaks for itself.
Comment on the strength of the evidence that Trump personally intended violating state election law through the actions that are charged in the indictment.
So the charge is falsifying business records. The charge requires, as I specified.
That's such a shitty thing to like try to like put
criminal
him
conduct
on.
that was concealed. One of the concealed crimes we allege is New York State.
That was probably
election
like a
law.
bookkeeper that he didn't even
Went
like.
through in our statement of facts, which I think many of you have in front of you.
I don't know.
Goes through things
Ugh.
including text
People that are that
messages,
rich have
emails,
people that do
contemporaneous
things for
phone
them.
records, multiple witnesses. All of that will be, as
Yeah.
you saw in the fall, borne out in a public courtroom in downtown Manhattan.
Last question is Jonah.
I just wish that life didn't have to be so political. That's it.
The release from your office also mentions another woman, Karen McDougal, as well as a doorman. Can you comment on how those players are related to the charges you've brought or to the case overall?
I'm glad you put your finger on that, because it's not just about one payment. It is 34 business records, 34 false statements in business records, and we're concealing criminal conduct. And the earlier question about New York State election law, when I talked about conspiracy to promote a candidacy by unlawful means. Those unlawful means, we allege, include the conduct.
I'm happy that he said
set
alleged
forth,
right there.
in the statement of facts, which is, additional false statements, separate and apart from the charged ones in AMI documents, planned false statements to tasking authorities. It is not just that one $130,000 wire payment. Thanks so much.
Any comment about any recycling of water?
Oh, come on, answer more. Answer more. All right. Well, I guess that's it, guys. That was just kind of like the tail end. I couldn't find a link, but yeah. I'm gonna just save this in case anyone wants to watch it later.